You're not in London anymore. So like, where are you at?
I'm in Sweden.
Oh,
It's
okay.
my home city actually, Gothenburg, where I'm from originally. So that's where I'm at right now.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
That is amazing. Are you just there for a few months, or are you actually back living there?
Uh, I'm actually not sure. I might come back to London. But for now, it's really good for me to be here because I've started working with a publisher here.
Oh
So
yeah.
to be here physically is really makes the process a lot easier, if that makes sense.
Are you writing a book or what's happening?
Yeah, good question. I am writing top lines for K-pop right now.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm really into K-pop and that whole thing, and obviously music, songwriting is my thing. Yeah, it feels really great. It feels like something that I've been wanting to do for a long time, but I haven't really found the right way in until now.
Considering that you were in London and but you're saying you found this creative, it's a very creative job. You found this in Sweden instead of in London.
Can you
That's odd.
Can you imagine? It's so strange, because I'm the type of person that always reaches out to everyone and everything just to like tell them about myself and let them know I want to work together and stuff like that. And yeah, I just sent one email and then done.
Is K-pop, is that like a popular thing in Sweden?
I mean, I'm writing for K-pop bands in Asia, so it would
Oh,
yeah, yeah,
oh!
yeah, yeah.
How did all of this happen? I'm so confused.
I know
You're
it's
working in Sweden, creating like top lines for K-pops in like for and the media is in Asia. That's
No. So basically, the guy that I know, that I've gotten to know from this one email that I sent, that I will never regret sending, he is a producer, right? And he owns his own publishing company. And then he's been doing this for years, like for so long. And he's been producing and working with different top liners. And he asked me if I wanted to try and top line one of the songs. And now we're doing like our fifth song or something.
you got into like writing like top line for K-pop through actually making music.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
That's amazing because like even though yeah obviously there definitely is a level of transferable skills from being able to write songs and be able to write copy. It's all about there being a story. But
Yeah.
how this producer he doesn't only produce music, he also runs a publishing company, and
Yeah.
he needed some help with with top line creation.
Exactly. Yes, that's right. Yeah. But obviously, we've only just started working together, so it's really new. But K-pop is so diverse in terms of genre. Like, there's so many different things that goes into K-pop, right? Like genre and like style of singing and different, I don't know, uh, concepts. Like, there's just loads of things, and I think that's why I enjoy it so much because it's not also for myself, so I can just see it as work. Do you know what I mean?
Mm.
I started singing really early on from like a really young age, and then I started writing songs quite early on as well. I've always known that I wanted to be in like that kind of spotlight. I've always enjoyed that a lot. So I was dancing a lot as well when I was younger. And that kind of just brought me to having, I don't know, I always had that thought in the back of my mind that I wanted to pursue a music career and being an artist and being a singer. And then I started try and produce a little bit by myself, and I started to really enjoy that. So then I went to two different schools in Sweden that kind of taught me more about producing, mixing, writing songs and stuff like that. And it really hit me deep because I realized I really enjoy creating like the whole song, right? Just making the magic by myself. The process of it, I just really enjoy it. So that also led me to London because I wanted to meet other people, more people, And also I think get out of my comfort zone a bit and just, I don't know, develop as a person and just see where I could get with my music.
I mean, I'll definitely say this. Obviously, like London is the capital of Europe, so like
Mm.
literally, like it is the best. And I think I am biased because I was born here, but like
Yeah.
it's the truth. Like for especially for creative industries,
Yeah.
like yeah, like if anything that you can do in Europe will be done better in London. Like which is also why I'm really surprised that obviously you ended up like leaving to get
Yeah,
that.
I maybe thought that London was a bit too saturated for that, like, since I was international and stuff, like I didn't feel like I was seen in that whole thing because there were so many people around me and I was just seeing
Mm.
this everywhere, like artists everywhere, and they're so good and so talented and I love that. But maybe that also made me a bit discouraged sometimes. I feel like Sweden is such a great place as well for music, and maybe not as good as London in terms of creative people and stuff like that, but it's really good still.
Do you know, I can definitely understand where you're coming from, because literally it's obviously there's like what 9 million people in London. If you just imagine like 1 in 9 are artists, even though it's definitely way more than that. Like there's like well over 1 million people, and
That's
like literally everywhere you go, any road, any like, it doesn't matter. If you just speak to 20 people
yeah,
like off the streets, at least 3 or 4 of them will be artists.
honestly, that's so true. I think actually the first person that I met when I got to London, like the first person that I actually spoke to, he was also a musician.
There you go. There you go. Like literally, like
Yeah,
it's amazing. But yeah, it is very very competitive in London.
yeah,
But like, I guess that's also why there's so many opportunities in London. Like
yeah.
obviously, like sadly, I had to realize, I think towards the back end of last year, that I can't put 100% into two things at the same time, which is obviously one was like music, which is what I actually love doing, and then the
Mm.
other thing is the business, which is paying me. So
Yeah,
it cut, yeah, like so
I get that.
the thing that I've always stuck behind is that like music isn't like sport. Like like if it's like football, you've got like a 10-year career to make it, whereas with music it's not like that at all. I'm putting like all of my attention into this business, so
Mm.
that I'm hoping soon I won't have to put any attention into this business, so I can
Yeah.
actually do what I want to be doing, which is music, really.
I really like your approach, and I think that approach is a lot because of that you've been in London, and I think the creativity is allowed in a different way in maybe the UK or maybe just London, I don't know, but I find that from living there for like 3 years, it just really changed my mindset around being a creative, being an artist. It's so much more accepted than compared to other places in the world. Like it's very I don't know, it makes you feel proud of what you do in a different
Mm,
way. I think that is such a beautiful and important thing because obviously we need the art, right? We need that.
yeah.
It feel and it makes us happy and it makes us sad or whatever. It just brings out so much in all of us, right? And um I just it I think it really helped me personally to believe more in myself and just believe in that my art was something that other people also could relate to.
The thing is, like, you're definitely right, because on one side, although London is incredibly competitive,
Mm.
like because you're around so many creatives and so many creators, you can literally you can walk into any bar and say, yeah, I'm a singer, and no one would look at you like, oh, you don't belong here. Like no one's gonna do that. Something like that's probably something that I've taken for granted, because I was born in London, spent
Mm.
most of my life in London. I also ran a quick campaign trying to get people out from London. Um,
Oh my God.
Yeah,
What?
I started a campaign. The thing is, well, at the time, I was really really annoyed with London as a city. It was getting on my nerves, and then and like and there was like loads of people I knew. They were like they were saying that they were moving to London. I was like,
Mhm.
nah, please don't do this.
Oh no.
Like, don't do it. It's a trap. Like, literally,
Oh my God.
that was the line. But now, since I've returned to London, yeah, since I've returned to London, I stopped that campaign because it's like it's
Yeah.
nonsense. But
No, but I get you though, because
it's
it's
stressful. It's stressful
it's
sometimes.
because there's a lot of like reason to compare yourself to other people and stuff like that. Like I used to compare myself a lot to my friends and stuff, like where are
Mm,
they at in their career, where am I, all that stuff. But that's also what keeps you going, right? So I think it's both good and bad, but I totally get what you mean when you say that, because it's just so there's so many impressions from everywhere all the time. And
mm.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
the thing is, it's funny because people say like people in London are like they're not welcoming. Um, and
Really.
yeah, that's what people say. And like I'm probably like a bad judge of character in this because I was born here. So like everyone who I speak to or meet, they all seem complete like they seem reasonable people, like whatever. Like so I never got that way. Did you ever do you ever think, oh, there's some of these people that are a little bit
No, absolutely not. Like moving to London was, I think, one of the best things I've ever done, because I just thought everyone that I met was so warm and welcoming. I don't know. I feel like people are very, very open generally. But I guess that also depends on what kind of people you're around. Like in the creative industries, it might be different. I don't know. I just felt though, as the people that I had around me was really warm and friendly and supportive.
did you come to London straight from your hometown or did you come from somewhere else?
No, I did. So I've, before I went there, like before I moved there, I didn't visit London or the UK at any point. So I literally
Right,
had no idea. Yeah,
right.
I jumped straight in. Like I was like, yep, I'm packing my bags. I had like one big suitcase, right? And I was stressed out because I was like, oh shit, well, what am I doing right now? But
Yeah.
it's all so exciting. So I was really happy as well. I was just ready for a new like adventure in my life, right? So I got there and I stayed at this hostel, and I was like, oh, like this is safe. Oh, this is safe. And people started telling me like, oh, maybe you shouldn't like um stay here. And I was like, oh shit, okay,
Wait,
I'm booking one.
you're telling me that other people from the hostel were like, hey, I don't you like you don't want to sleep here tonight. You don't want that, please.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a bit like that. But at the same time, I was just like, wow, like it's so beautiful here. Like I love the city vibes and people are friendly. Oh, yeah, it was crazy, but it was so worth it. It really was. And if I end up moving back to London soon, I will be a very happy girl. Yeah. Can't
Fair
deny that.
enough. So, well, considering that you're back in your hometown,
Yeah.
was it just just the opportunity that you got that decided you're going back home or what was it?
It was a good mix of things. It was something that happened in my personal life, in my family, that made me move back quite quickly. But then that kind of got better, and then I got this opportunity, and that really, I think, helped me out of that situation, because it was kind of like a dark point in my life. It was really a refreshing kind of, I don't know, new thing in my life that just really helped me out of that. So I'm really grateful for that. But it's also made me work a lot more on my own music, which I'm very grateful for because I've had the time for that since I've gotten here. So yeah, it was a mixture of reasons to why I moved back. But it was weird because it was such a big like adjustment from going to like living in such a big city and then just moving back to like all my old memories and my old life and all of that stuff. I had to face it. Do you know what I mean?
Mm.
Very big on like self-development and all of that stuff. And obviously I think it was good for me in the end to like do that because it's scary to move
Mm.
like to,
Especially to like move back to somewhere you've been before, because
yeah,
like obviously when I was in university, I was in Derby, so I was there for like 5 years, and then when I came back, I knew I hadn't regressed, but I kind of felt like I had regressed because I'd just gone back.
yeah.
So yeah, that took quite some time for me to just accept it. Was it kind of a similar process for you?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I guess so. I think I'm very much an emotional kind of being.
We all
I
are. We're all human. We've all got emotions.
I feel like some people are more like this, right? I'm more like this.
If someone's like
So
that, if someone's like that, that means they're a pathological liar. That's what that
yeah,
means. Like life is not like that.
that's true, right? That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. I think yeah, it was kind of yeah, it was such a big adjustment in my life and just getting used to being in a different place and not seeing the same people and doing different things every day. But I think it was also quite good because I think I've outgrown that kind of small mindset of my career and all that I've maybe had growing up here. Moving to London really helped me with that. It definitely feels better than I thought it would.
That's wonderful to hear.
Yeah.
Sometimes, well, in some cases, you know, you come back home and then you realize that you've kind of outgrown some of your mates. Is that
Yeah.
something that you've had
My
to
God.
deal with?
Oh my God. So that happened to me so many times in my life. I think my life are very much like in different phases and different eras all the time. And so it's really important for me to be around people, especially with this career, right? And what I want to do in my life, being an artist, being a songwriter, musician, to have supportive people around me because I cannot waste any second on someone who's not. So I so agree with that. Like I can relate to that so much. Growing out, like growing out of some friendships or relationships in your life, and I think it's really good to do that and to have that self-respect and be brave enough to be open to getting to know new people.
Mm. I definitely agree with what you're saying. Like, in thing is, in my childhood, I think I went to 7 schools in
Mm.
in 13 years of education.
Oh my
Um,
God.
like, genuinely, I never had a detention. I was a wonderful student. I just had black parents, and when you got black parents, you can't really do anything about it. You just got to accept it and move on. Because of the amount of schools I went to,
Mm.
like I've never struggled of like cutting someone else off. Realize over time, like, oh, this friend, they're taking advantage of me. They're doing this, they're doing that. But I'm gonna stay there. I'm gonna stay mates with them because I've known them for years. That will never impact me. I like the whole. Oh, I've known you for X amount of years. I don't care. I don't care. Like my
Yeah.
mental health is worth so much more than whatever.
It Yes, that's the only thing we have, right? That's
Mm,
literally the only thing that we can like take into consideration in those kind of situations because that's all that matters in the end of
mm.
the day, right? Like yeah, that's so good that you have that because it's just so important if you want to grow as a person and I think in your career as well, right? Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Like, because the thing is, like, it's interesting because, like, you know, with the business I've been running recently. It's not that my friends have changed because my friends haven't changed, but
Mm.
I'm kind of at the stage where I've realized that for my business to take the next step, I'll have to start hanging around with people who right now I really don't like.
Yeah.
Like, but
But
like you've kind of got to do it. Like, kind of got to pretend to be their mate to
mm,
really get to the next stage. And
mm, that whole thing of, you know, trying not trying to be fake, but like trying to thrive in business, mm,
that side of things, I'm not sure if I'm that good at it, because like every time when I'm in that position, I'm just
mm,
like, I'd rather not make more money. I'd rather make just about enough, and be able to like just enjoy my time with the people I want to spend time with, rather
mm.
than make 1 million but have to spend hundreds of hours every month with people I absolutely hate. But
Um,
but
I
yeah,
get,
like, yeah, I don't
yeah.
know, because thing is as well, like, especially considering like now, if you look at the wages,
Mm,
and my generation's like employment rate, it's terrible. It is terrible.
mm.
So yeah, I'm very fortunate in the sense that I'm able to run this business, and also to host this interview show. Like, I could do
Yes.
what I want. Like,
Oh my God, I can tell already that you're gonna be so good at this. Like, yeah,
honestly, honestly,
you really brought it out of me already. It's crazy.
when I
I
when
love
I
I love that.
thank you. That actually that means a lot. That
But
means quite a
I
lot.
would like from the first time I met you, I was like, yeah, this is gonna be like this
Yeah,
is gonna
the thing
be
is,
good.
I've always been a people person. Like,
Yeah.
and when I was a kid, I used to do acting and public speaking and all of these things. Since I've really began to mature, I've
Mm.
just I've just felt so much more comfortable at just being myself at
Wow.
all times, because it doesn't
Wow.
matter. Like
That's
I'd much rather be myself and fail rather than succeed being someone else. Like,
oh,
it's
that's amazing. I love that. It's so important in terms of what you mentioned with the people that you don't like. I think I so get that because I feel like that's something that, I mean, in most industries, you're going to meet people that you don't like, right? So
yeah.
I think something that I kind of bring in thought is that I can always accept people even though I don't like them. Like, I can accept them for who they are and then just leave it at that. You know what I mean? Like, I can still be who I am, but then also just accept that people are that way, even though they can maybe change things in my career and in my life. That might be easier for you to think that way.
Yeah, it definitely is. But
Yeah.
because, do you know what, like, I remember, like, for years and years, even up until relatively recently, like, when you're supposed to be asleep, your brain is just running through
Oh my
all
God.
of all of the nonsense, all of these things. It's so stressful.
Yeah.
Like, okay, also, another slight problem that with running the business in the same house as the house I make music in, is that when
Mm.
I was trying to make music, I was thinking about business stuff. It was really, really like, that did not help my creative process at all.
Yeah, I can
But
imagine.
it's a very difficult thing to separate work
Mhm.
and leisure, not leisure, but really, like, and what I want to
It
be doing.
is. Yes, it is because we're also always so impacted by what is it that I want to do. Like, I'm
Mm,
inspired by this, I'm inspired by that, and then you might, especially since you're doing, yeah, you're like working in the same house as you're doing your creative process. That obviously makes it a lot harder to just let go of that. So I get that. Do you have any like routine or anything that you can do for it to like, work?
well, see, the thing is, I wish I did. If I if I had a tactic that was able to actually split the time and effort between
Mm,
business and what I actually want to be doing in my life, I
mm,
would already be doing it. But so, like, the thing is also, like, I guess my policy, it goes back to what I was saying earlier. this isn't sports. I could hypothetically be a nobody in the creative industry until I'm 40. Yeah. If I'm by the time I'm 41, everyone knows me, so it doesn't matter. Like
Exactly.
it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
so yeah, that's what I've been telling myself pretty much. Because honestly, there hasn't been a day where I haven't opened Logic, like tried to make something. Like that's I've still got that from within. And every day that I can't get something out, I'm just like, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine.
Oof. It hurts. It does.
Yeah.
It's stressful when you get into that kind of loop where you just feel stuck creatively. It's really scary as well, at least for me, and I can imagine it is for you as well. Just to feel like, oh, why is my creativity not working, kind of thing,
Do
right?
you have any tips for like unblocking like creative walls? Have you got any tips?
Yeah, absolutely, I do. I think my biggest tip is to like not forget to live, because I feel like when we try always pushing these creativity, we tend to just forget why we're doing it. And if you don't have a life, you don't have anything to write about, right? I'm not saying you don't have a life, obviously you do, but I felt that time sometimes, like I just wanted to create. I wanted to sound this way and that way, and then I just didn't have anything to write about, and it's so annoying. But at the same time, it might be because I actually need to live a little more, or I need to pressure myself a little bit less, because I think that's also one of the things that really blocks creativity, the pressure of doing it and wanting so badly to do it. Yeah, being a woman as well, I feel like it has a lot to do with my cycle as well. Obviously men probably can't relate to that in the same way, but I guess it can also affect anyone in terms of where you're at in life and how you feel about yourself and how you feel about your surroundings and stuff like that.
I mean, obviously, you know, I sadly, I can't comment on the cycle things. Like,
I get that.
Listen, I can empathize, but I can't sympathize. It's one of those
Yeah.
situations. But I definitely I definitely I definitely hear what you're saying in the sense of like it's very important to live.
Yeah.
Because like you are absolutely right. Every single story in a song will be a story about someone or a story that someone has been through. So it's either it happened to them or it happened to someone that they know. So
exactly.
You've got to like. You've really got to like, especially if you're going to make it in music, you need to be doing loads of other things, just to touch base with other sectors. I would say that was one of the main things I learned between third and fourth year in university. At that point, I was spending the most amount of time making music. I was making music every day. Honestly, I would wake up, smoke weed, make music, go to sleep, wake up, smoke weed, make music, go to sleep.
That sounds like heaven.
It is.
Oh my God.
It is. It really is.
Oh my God.
Over time, I realized that like I had nothing to speak about. I obviously I had things that I wanted to speak about, but I like even the way how I was trying to find how to say it. It wasn't in a relatable way or a way that anyone would be able to like connect with, which is what music is. So like. Yeah, I definitely agree. Like, if you're stuck in anything, just go out, just enjoy some live music, just forget about it, man. And just see what happens.
Like, go have some fun. Like, go laugh with your friends a bit. That wouldn't hurt, right? Because that will also fulfill you so much in other ways, and then that will make you feel happier. It's really dangerous to get stuck in that loop and just think, I don't know, inside the box and just not seeing anything else.
We're both artists, we're both creatives. Let's talk about AI.
Yes.
Let's talk about AI.
Let's talk about it.
Let's
do it. Yeah.
Thoughts?
Oh my God. I would lie if I said I wasn't a bit scared of it. I am scared of what it could do with the music industry, but I don't think it can replace humans completely, because it's not, I don't know, I don't know. I just find it hard to believe that legally that would be fair to everyone. I do think though that there are many great ways to also let it help us as artists or musicians or creatives or whatever. Like it's really easy to access information. I do think though that it's gonna start affecting what the music sounds like. We're gonna start sounding like Suno AI, all of
Yeah,
us, because it's
yeah,
so perfect.
yeah. I completely agree.
Yeah.
Because I remember a few years ago, not
Mm.
even a few. Like I think no, yeah, it must have been last year. I was listening to a song. I forget what it's called. I listened to it loads and loads of times,
Mm.
and I realized a few months after that it was all AI, and
Oh my God.
I had no idea it was AI at all. From
Yeah.
that point, I was like, oh my god, I'm so scared. Like
Yeah.
literally, immediately I just imagined a new like raft of artists, but they're not
Mm.
really artists. They're just figureheads.
Mm.
They're just people
Mm.
to show on social media, when in reality
Mm.
it's all made by AI.
Yeah.
And it's funny because like I saw an article, I
Mm.
think it was about a couple of weeks ago, that there's an alt right, far right rapper. um
Oh my
I
God.
forget what it's
I'm
called.
scared already.
Yeah, and literally, like it was actually it started to generate quite a bit of like buzz, and then someone, I forget who, but someone outed the fact that it's AI, and then their fans, the fans of the AI people, so they were like, no, this ain't AI. This is the truth. All of that,
Oh
yeah.
my God.
The
Oh.
reason the reason why we know it was AI is because the company then sued. The company then sued that statement,
Mm.
where like if you're a real human being, you're not gonna sue them for saying that you're AI. Like,
Mm.
either you're AI.
Mm.
Oh
Exactly.
no! Oh
Yeah.
dear!
That's
Oh,
wild. That is so wild that people are like defending the AI. That's
but you know what? That that's because, okay, I I know that those fans, they didn't know it was AI,
okay.
but like the fans, it's because what they heard was what they wanted to hear. So when
Yeah.
it's just like when you see something that you're like, did that actually happen? I'm not sure, because it might fit a narrative that you've got in your head. You automatically believe it, like.
Yeah.
And interesting when you said earlier how you don't think AI can fully like replace human creativity with
Mm.
music and what have you. I think it can,
Yeah.
but I think, okay, like I was having a conversation with my brother the other day. He had a very interesting point. When human made music is truly indistinguishable between that and AI, he's
Mm.
saying that there's going to be two camps. Like, there's going to be like the online camp, which is,
Mm.
everyone will be like big on the AI thing. It's cool, that it's all cool, like, free all the copyright laws and all of that. And there's going to be
Mm.
like an offline like sound of people who will be
Mm.
like so against the internet. I do kind of agree with him, because
Yeah.
yeah, at the beginning of that conversation I was like, I don't know where we're going to go when music
Mm.
becomes completely
Mm.
indistinguishable. but
Mm.
um but yeah, like,
It's scary.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
AI is definitely very scary, es-
Yeah. It really is.
especially
I
when you're
also
putting
heard.
things out.
Yeah, exactly. I also heard that they have this kind of like community or like website where they like network and stuff, like LinkedIn or something, but then it's only for AI. So like we're not allowed there because we're human.
Whoa, hold up.
Yeah.
Hold up.
Can you imagine?
I just need to go back. Wait, hold up. You're telling me there's
And that's funny, right?
special networking events for AI to link up with other AI?
Yeah.
That is
Like
class.
a website,
That is
like
class.
Twitter or like LinkedIn where they're like, yeah,
Yeah.
this is just for
Yeah,
us.
yeah.
It's so weird, right? And the scariest thing with it is that like we don't know what's gonna happen. Like, what if they like, I don't know, make World War V against us
See,
or something like that?
the thing is, yeah, like obviously because I run a digital marketing company, so I've got to keep pretty up to date in like all of the recent revelations with regards to like AI and all of these things. And obviously,
Yeah.
recently I've been getting into using Claude, because using
Oh.
Claude is way better than ChatGPT for like 90%. For the thing is, for the type of information that I need to like retain in chats and all of these things, Claude is way better. The only thing is like Claude is literally a computer. Like you can't really have a conversation with it like you can with ChatGPT.
Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, the problem is, yeah, the second I started really using Claude, I then found out that the United States are using Claude to bomb Iran. Like
Oh my God.
the exact same models. Genuinely, they're using the exact same models that I can use with my £20 a month subscription to Claude. They're using that to bomb people. Like, come on, man.
That is. Yeah, with all of this madness going on in the world right now, we definitely need to be like creative and live our lives.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, definitely.
It's crazy, all of this stuff. It's whoa.
It's such a shame as well, because like when ChatGPT came out, Sam Altman, the CEO of OpenAI, he was saying how in a few years we're gonna be able to out math cancer on all of these things. And now ChatGPT is realistically okay. Even though ChatGPT is very good, they've put in like almost $1 trillion worth of value into turning ChatGPT into a porn bot, which is like, I mean, yeah. Like I've read so many articles on this. It's
that is so dangerous as well. That's one of the things that scares me the most with AI and all that it does, because I feel like when it gives comfort in different ways to people, to humans, they stop reaching out for that comfort in other people, and that will make us even more isolated than we are. And I think that's really dangerous, because that's going to turn us into lonely people that just don't have anyone to talk to and are not like reaching out to connect with other people. I refuse that. Like I think it's so scary that the world's turning into that.
Like you definitely are right, but it's also interesting because obviously like AI being used in that way probably somehow I'm not saying it matches up perfectly, but like there's a big correlation between the rise of like incels and just like toxic masculinity and the rise of AI. Because like if you're speaking to a computer, you are essentially speaking to yourself. I'm sure you use ChatGPT and like you realize that there is no command that you can say to ChatGPT that it won't respond to. If you're a really sad person, and also considering how the models work off of the human input, that's why AI psychosis is becoming a very real thing now. Like a lot of people are losing their sense of reality. It's dangerous.
Yeah, I agree. But I guess it can be good in many ways as well. If that one person is feeling very depressed and don't have anyone to talk to, it might be helpful as well. I wouldn't say it's only bad, but it's definitely scary what it does with connection and that whole thing in big, Do
you know, I remember because when ChatGPT went from I think when it went to 3.5 or 3, I'm not quite sure, but I remember it was like a massive outcry, particularly on Reddit, from all of these people who had these AI partners that they basically like coded. When the update happened, they're like, oh, she doesn't sound the same and all of these things. I was like, mate, this is disgusting to hear. Like, this is
my
horrifying.
God.
Like, she's not answering the same. Like, no, mate, it's the same models, bro. Like, this is really, really sad.
It is. Oh my God. What do we do?
But do you know, I do think that AI is making, like, okay, I've got, like my nephew is like 3 or 4 years. I think he's 3 years old, right? And I was looking at him the other day and I realized you're not gonna have to do any of this whole like like the whole education system thing. That's going. It needs fundamental change now
Yeah.
more than ever before. Like,
Mm.
because the way how the education system was set up, it was set up to mirror the working week, which is
Mm.
already really outdated. That was also built on, you know, like us needing generations of workers rather than generations of creative thinkers, or just thinkers at all.
Mm.
Whereas, you know, now we've got AI doing like basically all of the mundane work, all the mundane jobs. Obviously, when I was looking at my nephew, I was like, you can do essentially anything you want. By the time you're old enough to be able to work,
Mm.
like 90% of these nonsense jobs will not exist. I think that's a good thing from AI.
Yeah. Yeah. I do as well, because I do think we work too much. I think in Sweden they're actually talking about decreasing the work hours per week. I don't know how it's going with that, but I just really love that idea, because working working this much, like 40 hours per week, that's crazy. It's a
Mm,
lot.
yeah.
It's a lot. Like, and I don't think we're meant to do that. Obviously, we were probably in the beginning of time, like we were probably doing much more like physical work. But I do also think we had so much more time to reflect and stuff like that. And I think that's also really important for creativity. And especially if you're a musician, like just reflecting on what you kind of want to convey in your song and stuff like that.
Mm.
Um,
I definitely agree. Like, you know, particularly like a lot of people in London, you know,
mm,
with maybe in the last 5 years, they could have just about afforded their place off on one job. Now they
yeah,
need two jobs. So
yeah,
now, like whatever how much time they had free then, they definitely don't have now, and
mm,
it's only going to get tighter and tighter and tighter. So
yeah,
I definitely agree that like humans, because things human beings, I feel like we are meant to do things,
mm,
but we're not meant to do things to live.
yeah.
Like yeah, like yeah, it is a
It's a
bit.
rabbit hole.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why I was telling people don't move to London, man, unless you're already a millionaire. It's so
Yeah.
long. It's such
Mm,
a long place, man.
mm,
Like,
mm. No, I get what you mean. I do. And I've realized that as well since I moved back, and I've had more time and energy to do my own music. It's really helped me with that. And I might not have had that in London in the same way, because I was working a lot. I was working full time. And I mean, we need that energy, right? Like we need the energy that we get from working all day. We need that to create our music as well. So that will
mm,
probably be very minimal if you work, I don't know, if you have your own company or if you work full time or whatever. So yeah, I agree with you.
mm. And
Yeah.
also, you touched on that there about how, you know, you're able to spend more time working on your own sound, your own music. Obviously, I know it's very difficult
Yeah.
to explain a sound, but could you
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I've got a song coming out. I've got a few songs coming out this year, which I'm really, 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 really excited for. They are probably kind of like a good, I don't know, summary of who I am as a person, not just in lyrically, but also in sound. I like when it sounds soft and angelic and just a bit spiritual, but also still very human, if that makes sense. This first song that I'm releasing soon is kind of like a late night drive song. It's like
nice,
it's got a big bass in
nice,
it. It's got some
nice.
R&B vocals. Yeah. And I'm really excited for that song. I actually filmed the visuals for that the other day with my two friends, and we had so much fun during that day. I really enjoy doing that kind of stuff with my friends because firstly, they're very supportive and they're very like good at like giving me a lot of confidence while I do it. We were filming in like my friend's car, and we were doing these fun like yeah,
Yeah,
short clips in the car, right? So that's one of them. And then I'm releasing an acoustic version to that one, like a piano ballady kind of R&B song, pop song. And that's going to be more like a nature vibe, like a nature aesthetic kind of thing. So I'm releasing that. And then I've got 2 more songs that I'm planning on releasing during the summer, they're also quite emotional and kind of spiritual, and they're gonna hopefully hit other people as much as they hit me.
100%.
So
It sounds like you've got like a bit of an EP coming along or something like.
yeah, I actually do after that. So I'm gonna focus on releasing singles for 4 more songs, I believe, if I get all of them done in time. But then I also have this EP coming out after that with my friend. His name is Bertie, and yeah, he's really good. Like he was actually at that event with us.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, he was. That's where I met him the first time, and then we started
Nice.
talking about like what kind of music we like making and stuff like that. So I've done an EP with him that I'm releasing, which is also kind of that R&B bassy late night drive vibe, but it also has some more like pop songs in there. So I'm really excited about that.
I'm excited to hear. I'm very excited to give it all a listen. When's the next thing out?
So the first song is probably going to be out in late April, and then the instrumental version of that is going to be out probably 3 or 4 weeks after. And
Are you going to be doing any show? Are you going to be doing any shows for it?
I want to. I'm planning on going to London as well in April, so we'll see if I can get anything planned at that time. But I definitely want to start doing more gigs again, because that's really what I've always loved, singing in front of people and just singing my heart out. That's literally what it's all about for me.
I definitely agree. Like that's why I started doing public speaking. I love it when everyone has to look at me and everyone has to pay attention to me. I'm like, yeah, this is class.
Wow.
That
That is so impressive, because like that speaking stuff, like when you just speak to someone, it's so real, right? Like it's just yeah, like it's not even you put on a show or something, it's just very much real. Is that how you feel about it as well?
Yeah, the thing is, yeah, like I got into it when I was, I think I was around about 11 or 12. I'll give you a little bit of backstory. In my house when I was a kid, pretty much everything was banned except from books. So like, I was like, I think I had the reading age of like a 25-year-old by the time I was like 9 or 10 or something like that. Yeah,
What?
It was really ridiculous. But then I realized I could use this. I could use these powers for good. Like I could use this to do something. And
Yes.
I've always had like a main character vibe about me. So like, yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's so impressive. Are you happy that kind of shaped you now afterwards?
Well, see, thing is, like, sadly, I don't do public speaking or acting anymore. I had some health complications in like 2015 that made it very, very difficult for that. But I don't know. Like I don't like. I think if it's something that I'm really into, then it's something I will get back into. Like like even just running this show. Like it's an idea I had when I was in another networking session thing. But like, once again, I like speaking. So like, I think this is like one step back towards it. But yeah, honestly, like what like when people have to like go up to give a speech or whatever, and they're like, I feel uncomfortable. I love that. I love that because I'm feeling just as uncomfortable as everyone, but I'm using that to like fuel me.
Oh,
like,
wow, that's amazing. You should write a book about that.
Do you know what? I've actually heard this from so many people. I've heard I should do that. I've heard from people. People have said I should do like motivational speaking and shit like that.
Yeah, you should.
I mean, maybe. Who knows? who knows
Oh
what
my
the
God.
future has in her.
Don't you ever feel like there's just so many things that we want to do? Like
Yeah.
I just want to do everything.
Do you know, like, okay, when I when I was 5, I decided I wanted to become a pilot, and
Is it?
yeah, and I still like that is still that is the ultimate goal. I can't lie, like
Yeah.
all of these other goals, they're just other like they're
They're
goals,
just
but like
basic.
I've got to fly a plane before I die. If I don't, I'll be very disappointed. But
I think you can though. I think you can.
definitely can now, because I remember when I was finding out stuff, I was doing research. You needed to have 20/20 vision, which I don't have. But apparently now you only need 20/20 if you're like doing like RAF or like something for the army. I'm not gonna be doing nothing to help no army.
No.
So
Hell no.
what this means is that like I can get the license. I can get the pilot's license. So that is.
You should. You so should. That is such a cute like childhood dream. That is
Honestly, like every time whenever I'm going somewhere, I love the window seat, and I know it's a seat no one likes. I love it because like I'm always sat in the slap bang in the middle of the plane, so I'm always literally like just looking out and seeing the wings, and like off from takeoff. Oh, it's so class. It's class, man. I can't wait for that. For that day.
You're never scared. You just love it.
No, like, do you know what though? Weirdly, I'm petrified of roller coasters though.
What?
I know.
How does that make sense?
I know. It doesn't actually make any sense. Like I know. I love driving incredibly fast. I love flying. I love skydiving. I love all of the elements that are basically in like roller coasters. But like, I don't know, man. Like,
it's something about it. It's just unreliable.
Yeah. The thing is though, like, it's a massive oxymoron though, because I love flying. Because the thing is, if you get into an accident in the air, it's game over. It's game over.
Done.
Like. But so I'll do that very happily. But I reckon actually I think I've just realised what it is, because if something goes wrong at a roller coaster, there's more of a chance I might actually survive it, but I will be disfigured. Like I think it could be that, like because I'm not in control of these things. Obviously when I'm driving I am, but like when I'm in the plane I'm not in control of that. But if something bad happens. It's all done.
Done. Yeah.
Oh
my God. That's funny. That's so funny. I think one of the things I really love talking about these things that I don't know, that we want to do everything, right? That's one of the things that I like with music, because that's somewhere you can get all of those things and put them together and create all of them, like photography, videography, the music, the marketing, the branding, like everything. You can do all of that and then just put it into one thing that you build. And I find that so like fascinating.
I think it's like I definitely agree. It's very, very fascinating. But I think it's just as fascinating as like someone who acts, produces, directs, and does all of those things. Like Clint Eastwood, for example, like someone like that who's that involved in everything. Like how can you how do you manage the time to do?
But you do that though, so
I mean, I actually, yeah.
Dude, that's literally what you do.
Oh yeah.
I love that.
Oh yeah.
And I think it's good because that means we haven't put ourselves in a box, right?
Yeah, because the thing is like I remember when I just started like recording founders and all of these things. Immediately I was like, oh fuck, I should really have a producer like help make sure that all of these things are working, because obviously I was trying to do like for the pilot tests. I recorded I think five interviews, and then all of a sudden they were all corrupted, and I've got no idea why. and stuff like that. It's
What?
yeah,
Wait. So you did interviews for that?
oh, like obviously, because I had to test my equipment and all of these things before I started actually like recording them properly. So I
Ah,
was, to be fair, at that stage they were mostly just my friends and stuff who just happened to be like
ah.
creatives or
Yeah.
founders. But yeah, like then everything started like crashing.
Mm.
And then,
Oh
but
God.
honestly, I was actually kind of depressed for a day. But the day afterwards, I was like,
I
I
get
was like,
that.
I was like, how can I actually? I can't be beaten by a computer. I'm gonna get it,
Yeah.
like, because
Yeah.
it's very like running this show is very similar to producing a song, like.
Mm.
You've got to source all of these things and make sure everything is right to begin with.
Yeah.
Um,
The ground. You need to have like the a stable ground, right?
yeah. Do you know
Yeah.
what? Do you know what as well? I've just remembered because
Yeah.
literally since you said that I'm basically doing everything.
Yeah.
Um, I remember like when I was a kid and I used to like write like plays and novels and just stuff like that.
Wow.
In fact, there's about 3 or 4 top quality plays in my notebooks somewhere. I've literally just been waiting to have the opportunity to actually
Is
like direct
it?
that. Yeah, like
Wow. Oh my God. Call me.
I will
We can act
do,
this.
100%, 100%.
Yeah.
Like the thing is that's what I'm saying. Like creativity, it like very rarely does it stick to one discipline. Like
Exactly.
I
Yeah.
don't know any creators any
Yeah.
creative who can only do one thing, which is what I
Yeah.
really
Me
love.
neither. Yeah. But in Sweden, it's really common that you do everything like music, like the whole music thing that you produce and record and write, and you do all of it yourself. Like you learn how to do all the things. And I really love that, not only because it's good to have that knowledge, but it's also good to know how to talk in terms of music, like in explaining to someone what kind of sound you want or
Mm.
would like to have and things like that. And also, as you said, it's just really beautiful. I just think it's really beautiful to be able to create that whole vision for yourself, like in terms of the aesthetic and in terms of the sound or whatever you want to do, like feels wholesome in a way.
I remember it's funny because I'm just getting loads of flashbacks and stuff. I remember when
Mm-hmm.
I think I was in year 5.
Mm-hmm.
I made all my friends out, literally act out one of the plays. Uh,
No
yeah,
way.
yeah,
Oh my
yeah,
God.
yeah.
Do you have that like recorded
There
somewhere?
is there is a recording somewhere. Yeah, yeah. It will take a minute for me to
I want to
find it,
see
but
it.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Honestly, like, thing is, if like for me, when you look back,
Yeah.
there was no chance I was going to do anything that wasn't creative. Like
Mm.
that was actually impossible. It's funny though because while I was obviously just being a kid and being an adolescent or whatever, I was just
Mm.
stressed because I was like, oh, I'm gonna have to like find a job and that. What a waste of
Oh,
time. What a waste of energy,
yeah.
man. So I should have just
Yeah.
stayed on, stayed
It's not for
focused.
us. Let's be real. It's not for us.
You were saying that when you were in London, you were working full time at the same time
Yeah.
as you're
Yeah.
doing a lot of networking, a lot of meeting people. That
Mm.
must have taken a lot of energy,
Yeah.
a lot
It
out of
did.
you.
It really did because my job was also very physically, like I had to talk a lot to people and like be very social and stuff like that. So that really took a lot of energy. And then sometimes when I got home, I was like, I couldn't do anything. Like I was just like,
Yeah.
I need to
What
sleep.
was what was your job, by the way?
I was working at Gales as a barista and like
Right.
front of house. So it wasn't what I wanted. It was a very social job that also led me to a lot of connections, and see, I'm a very social person, so that was great for in many ways. But it's not really what I want to do, if that makes
Yeah.
sense. I felt a bit like I was wasting my time, as you said. Like it feels like I'm wasting my creativity or my abilities on what I can do. It was a lot to do with the fact that I was international and that I wasn't from there, because when I applied to more creative jobs, they took into consideration that I wasn't gonna get to stay there for like eternity. Like I only had 2 more years. So
So
um
do you think that you were treated differently because you're an international person?
I think so, not because I'm international, but because of the fact that I need a visa to be able to stay there, right? And what
Oh
I
yeah,
was
we're
there,
not in the EU anymore. Oh, who the hell voted for that?
yeah,
Who the
yeah,
hell voted for that?
yeah, yeah. It was, and I actually spoke to my friend about this the other day. She's got a master's degree in neuroscience, right? So she's clever.
Okay.
She's really clever, and she's very well educated. We were talking about this whole thing, how it was very discouraging, um, but also it made us grow a lot and develop in terms of like how to apply for a job and stuff like that. But the process of just applying is very discouraging when you get rejected all the time. But I think I kind of realized that it had to do with my visa all the time, all along.
Mm. Do you know?
Yeah.
I will say this as well. Like some of my mates, they still
Mm.
don't have jobs, but they've been applying for jobs every single day for years. Yeah, like genuinely,
Wow.
when I was in university,
Mm.
one of my mates, on his Indeed account,
Mm.
it's like it literally showed that he'd applied for like 340 applications or something.
Oh my
He couldn't
God.
find a job. So like when you also add in the fact that yeah, like you need a visa as well, like yeah, that's gonna push
Yeah.
things even worse.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's interesting because like um from 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 what you were saying,
Mm.
like oh, to be yeah, to be fair, I still don't know why the hell we left the EU. Obviously, I wasn't even able to vote at the time because I was too young. But
Ah.
like, I would say that like that was more of a situation where
Mm.
we really saw that the media are able to trick people into voting for things that are actually against their own
Mm.
their things that are going to hurt their pocket. Uh,
Mm.
like so that was a very interesting, very interesting period. But like
Yeah.
obviously like I guess like in my head we're still in the EU
Yeah.
because like
I think a lot of people think that way.
like when you go to the airport, like it's fine, isn't it? Like
Yeah.
it's always the EU and UK or what have you. Like so
Mm.
yeah, sometimes it could be it can be a bit off, but like
Mm.
it's interesting. Because did you get to London before Brexit had already started?
No, I didn't. I wish I would have, because in that case, I would have been able to stay there forever.
Oh
Um,
yeah, you would have.
yeah, yeah. I
Yeah.
was literally, I think, yeah, it was not long after that. Um, they got like Brexit and all that, and I genuinely think that it's a place where I would probably want to live if it wasn't for that.
Pre-Brexit,
So
pre-Brexit
yeah.
UK. Well, that was lit.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah, like
amazing.
no, but I just, because the UK is such a lovely place to live. There's so many opportunities, as you said, and
Mm.
there's so many people. I felt a bit like I was wasting my time, as you said. Like it feels like I'm wasting my creativity or my abilities on what I can do. It was a lot to do with the fact that I was international and that I wasn't from there, because when I applied to more creative jobs, I think they took into consideration that I wasn't gonna get to stay there for like eternity. Like I only had 2 more years. So
Yeah, to be fair, I still don't know why the hell we left the EU. I wasn't even able to vote at the time because I was too young. But
uh
like that was more of a situation where
mm.
we really saw that the media are able to trick people into voting for things that are actually against their own their things that are going to hurt their pocket. In my head, we're still in the EU
Yeah.
because like
I think a lot of people think that way.
did you get to London before Brexit had already started?
No, I didn't. I wish I would have, because in that case, I would have been able to stay there forever.
Oh
Um,
yeah, you would have.
yeah, yeah. I
Yeah.
was literally, I think, yeah, it was not long after that, like Brexit and all that, and I genuinely think that it's a place where I would probably want to live if it wasn't for that.
Pre-Brexit,
So
pre-Brexit
yeah,
UK. Well, that was lit. That
yeah,
was that was
yeah. Like
amazing.
no, but I just because the UK is such a lovely place to live. There's so many opportunities, as you said, and
Mm.
there's so many people, and there's so many creatives, especially.
Yeah, do you know
So
it's very interesting you say that because I
mm,
was interviewing someone the I think it was like last week, and
yeah,
he was born in Nigeria. One of the funny things he said was like when he came to this country, one of the first things he realized is that there are too many opportunities in the UK.
yeah,
He's literally like,
yeah,
it's like he's turn around, opportunity. Like
yeah,
as he says, there were real challenges. Well, it is actually ridiculous though, because like England is like mostly depressed, but like
mm,
in reality, we definitely shouldn't be. I reckon the reason most people are depressed is because they don't spend enough time working on creative shit. Like
yeah.
it's so
I think so
important.
as well. And that people don't have the time to like reflect on why they even feel sad in the first place. We just escape. Like it's so easy to
Mm,
escape. We
yeah,
escape into our phone, escape into like TV shows, we escape into like
smoking weed.
substances. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And I think a lot of people that I met in London have actually told me that they feel quite isolated and quite lonely because it's so big and people are very um
Everyone's individual focused. Like that.
yes,
That's the thing. Yeah.
exactly. Yeah, and that's good as well, but I think
Mm.
maybe that's the reason
The
why.
thing is though, that's the whole individual thing. That's a very Western thing. It's very very
Yeah.
Western. Being born in England, I guess technically speaking,
Mm,
I'm a Westerner. But
mm,
I don't subscribe to that whole help yourself first policy because
mm,
it seems like that's the policy for everyone in the
yeah.
West. But
Mm.
thing is, once again, I'd rather fail doing this way rather than succeed doing it the other way, because like
Honestly, I couldn't agree more. I couldn't agree more. There's nothing more important than following your own path in life. Not for me, at least. I don't think it's that way for you either because we're literally on a floating rock in space. Like we have no idea where we're here. Like some people are religious and that's so beautiful and some people are not, but we still don't know shit. Like we don't know anything. And
mm,
then why would we waste our time on doing something that is not aligned with what we want to do?
this is the situation where I believe that like, the media is so powerful. Considering that the media are able to make like Middle England, that's what I call this sector of people. The media are able to make Middle England petrified of like immigrants and all of these small boats. Oh, like, but the thing is that in reality, the actual
Mm,
problem is wealth extraction.
mm,
During COVID, there was billions and billions and billions and billions of dodgy contracts that were signed over from government crony to government crony, all of these
mm,
things. And like if we didn't have that level of extraction, then we wouldn't have so many potholes on the road. Then we will all be able to see the doctors on time. Then
mm.
we'll be able to see the dentist. Then like I kind of feel like I'm not from here.
Yeah. Me, I feel that way sometimes as well. It's weird. Yeah, no, I get what you mean by that. Sometimes it just doesn't feel like, are we doing what we're meant to do?
I feel I
Do you
feel
know what I
like
mean?
I feel like I feel like critical thinking is very very important. Like
Yeah.
it's a class that I actually weirdly had in primary school. I hated it when I was going through it, but
What
now
critical thinking?
yeah,
Did you have
critical
that in
thinking.
school?
Yeah, in primary school.
What?
Yeah, honestly,
No
like
way.
weirdly, they stopped doing that the entire class by the time I was at the end of year five. So basically, even kids in the same school as me, 3 years, 2 or 3 years below me, they wouldn't have done critical thinking either. That, looking back, was the most important class because
Mm,
that class that I had, That's the reason why I'm able to see that immigrants are not the problem. I understand why the education system is not teaching children critical thinking, because if you do teach them critical thinking, they're not going to work for you ever.
Exactly. Yeah.
But in
Yeah.
reality, they've got to be taught critical thinking. Like, just things
Mm.
have got to change. But
Yeah.
I don't know how. I don't know
Yeah. I
how.
guess that's one of the most beautiful things that I thought London was all about, because the fact that there's so many different cultures there is just, it's really beautiful. It really is saying something about the whole the whole city. I just really like it, and it's so nice to like get different point of views from different cultures and stuff like that. I think it's really important, and I think it's really scary with this kind of mindset that that would be bad. And
The media sells off of
mm,
negativity, really.
yeah.
Like, you can put out a good news article, it won't get anywhere near. It won't impact people to the same extent as
Mm,
negativity. So like, it's I don't know, because I guess it's kind of human psychology. None of this stuff would sell unless it
mm.
actually taps into something that's in humans, which is fear. I feel like fear stops people from doing so much good in life.
So much, so much. It
That's why I don't
stops us
have
from
any.
being happy as well in general, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Honestly, that's why I have no fear. I don't
Mm,
care. like
mm.
like
That's good.
life is too short, man. Like,
It
it's
is.
yeah.
And that's why you are where you are right now as well. Like that's why how you got there, because you
Yeah.
weren't scared.
To be fair, I came pretty close to stopping the business. Not stopping the business, but like scaling it back at some
Mm,
point last year. And
mm.
then and then I realized that I was talking nonsense. I ended up hiring a developer from Indonesia.
Oh,
So
oh,
that, honestly, that was the best move I've ever made for
wow.
business. Like
I can imagine. I can imagine.
like I used to have to develop like
Mm,
everything on my own, right?
mm.
Fucking long,
My
fucking
God,
long. It's just
that
so
sounds
stressful.
overwhelming.
However, now I've got a developer from Indonesia who like his level of knowledge in this developing thing, it is nuts. It's absolutely
Is it?
crazy. And like
Oh my God,
and yeah,
I love that.
I love it so much. Like, this
Yeah.
this guy has saved my life. Like,
Oh,
genuinely,
thank
without
God you found him.
yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to Shirakron, because genuinely, without him, I would not be able to like sit here and have this interview, or do any
Wow.
interviews. But
He
like,
must be really amazing. He must
yeah,
be great.
he is class. He's absolutely class. Yeah, he's very, very, very talented, and he's so good that I don't even really have to check the work that he does. So
Oh
like,
wow. Okay.
like,
That's a
because
different level.
the thing is, obviously, because like the plan is, in a few years, I don't want to.
Mm.
Obviously, I want to run the business, but I don't want to have to run the business. Like,
Yeah.
and finding a developer that I'll check here and there, but finding a developer who I fundamentally trust is so important. Which comes back
Mm.
to, I guess it comes back to like the importance of like collaborating, because there's only
Yeah.
so many hours in a day. You can always get more done with more people.
That's so
Um,
true. Yeah. And also just the ideas of other people is just really amazing and can really develop your projects in so many ways, right?
I've got a philosophical question
Yeah.
just before we wrap up.
Mm-hmm.
It's a question that some people have struggled to answer. I'm just telling you this now.
Oh,
I'm
okay. So are everyone getting the same question?
no. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, what I'm saying is that some people have struggled to answer it.
Oh. Oh, okay.
Um,
I'm
but
excited.
what is in your opinion, what is more dangerous, being certain or being wrong?
Ooh, that's a tricky one. Being certain or being wrong? I think it is to be certain, because I think that makes you more closed off to other mindsets and other things and different point of views. And I think it's good to be wrong sometimes
I
and just
definitely agree. Yeah, being wrong is
yeah,
wonderful.
yeah, because then you can just okay. you can just accept that and move on and just be better, right? So that would be my answer.
How can the people find you on online from socials or what have we got?
So on the all the streaming platforms, I'm Ida Carolina, which is IDA, which is a lot of people call me Ida, but that's
Yeah, my
fine
bad.
because I love that. I
My
love that
bad.
pronunciation. But yeah, I'm Ida Carolina on all platforms. And on Instagram, I'm Ida with 3A and then Carolina. That's where you can find me.
Well, thank you so much for taking part in this interview. And to
Thank
be fair,
you.
to be honest, like literally, I love the way how I've got this set up because I've got it set up in such a way that I can have people back on. So yeah,
Yeah,
I'll
I
definitely have you on
loved
again.
it.